I'm thankful that you did me wrong, cause now I got it right, I promise you gon' miss me gone. I done seen it all like the first picture phone. They wishing on my downfall with the wishing bone. When she was on cloud 10 under a rock, have you heard the motherfucking word? What's good, y'all? Yours truly, once again, Heartbreak Ace. If you're familiar with my content or not, hit that like, comment, subscribe so the algorithm is breaking content every time I upload. Cause you know me and the algorithm don't see eye to eye if you're familiar with my content. Last episode I had to get him to break the beat down. And I do it again. It's still my nigga though, so you know, get well soon in the comments down below for the algorithm. But nah, while we here, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Ellen Degeneres. Shout out to my boy Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast, episode 733, if I ain't mistaken. The special Father's Day episode for us fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to y'all, man. Salute. But he was debating on Ellen DeGeneres. If you don't know who Ellen DeGeneres is, then you don't know nothing about Hollywood, media, none of that. You on the wrong channel, because I cover all Hollywood, the culture, whether it's black culture, white culture, whatever culture. We all the same. We united. I cover it all. But on this recent episode, he was speaking on Ellen DeGeneres, and he was speaking on some interesting topics about her, how he felt about it. I'm rambling too much. Let's spin the block.
They catch it till late, like
y'all niggas hilarious.
That's
today.
hilarious.
That's
funny, dog.
That's funny.
And is everybody cool with Clive Davis's behavior post Whitney's death?
How he's been? I haven't heard much of him.
Hey Joe, I need my money.
I'll play a little intro.
Yeah, please. Start fucking with the powers that be. I need my spanky, bro. I don't know.
I started with my light questions.
Oh shit, man.
As soon as I get this intro out, I got one for you. I've been down a rabbit hole with Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh fuck.
So with Ellen?
Wow. Yes, that Pride bitch, Month. That bitch is a stone cold.
Nah.
Don't.
Nah.
Yeah.
Please. Let's go. I thought that was funny.
Ellen DeGeneres' first girlfriend died by a car accident.
Okay.
And then that last girlfriend that she was running around with, all super in love, the white girl.
She got a nice one, Portia, from Arrested Development.
What currently you're saying?
I don't know if they're still together. I don't know what their situation is.
I'm talking about that girl when her show was on and she looked all super in love with that white girl.
Yeah, I think that's her. Blonde girl.
Oh yeah, that is the girl.
Yeah.
She died.
No.
The girl, the girl I'm talking about died.
But they weren't together when she died. You talking about the lady that got into the whole accident?
I wouldn't give a fuck if they was together or not.
Okay, but
then she died by a car accident. And the rumor is that she was working on uncovering some type of ring or some shit that wasn't supposed to be going on. So she was working with a congresswoman name. I got it in my phone somewhere, but she's no longer alive either because she died. You guessed it.
Not by no car accident.
Car accident.
You've been in a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Now, I watched too many shows
Scandal.
for me to read this type of shit in real life and be like, wait a goddamn second.
Sounds like an episode of Ozark.
It sounds like they hang with the
Do
Clintons.
sound like Scandal.
Scandal. That's all you had to watch.
And then if I open that dark matter door and look at evil Ellen, I can make it make sense. All that fucking shucking and jiving she was doing up there. And when she hosted and had everybody take the picture, the scary little picture. You know the picture with everybody.
It's giving me a little Hillary Clinton.
Oh, and then because then they had the clip going around where she had the pizza and she was talking to Harvey Weinstein with the pizza box in her hand. Now that may mean nothing at all, but that's a lot of car accidents.
No way can be coincidence.
Well, yeah. I'm
course.
not accusing her or anything. I don't know shit. I'm just saying.
That's weird.
A little fishy.
If it was me, I feel like I would get a call to come. I would be subpoenaed.
Yeah, for sure.
She probably has been.
And we didn't hear about it?
Yeah, of course
You wouldn't hear about it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, not in that world.
It's levels to the shit.
Not in that world.
Talking about.
It's a different height, buddy.
Yeah. You down here breathing regular air.
That might be why she's sitting down.
Course light air up there.
You gotta sit. Hey, listen. Go sit your ass down.
Yeah, that would be so bizarre if Ellen was a stone cold killer.
Yo,
That wouldn't be bizarre.
that would.
But now that you're breaking this shit down, it makes sense.
Look at what's happening around. What would make it any different? Just a different category of
makes
person.
sense.
What the fuck you talking about? I don't think none of them niggas is beyond that. When you start getting to a certain level and somebody threatening your...
Yo, to have that type of power at your dispense, no matter how good of a person you might have started as,
Bruh.
I don't know. You get that type of power, you might get turned out. You might become a whole new evil
Shit,
person.
a different type of drug.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that shit Mel said?
Cause I know some niggas in Harlem. If I had some,
absolute power corrupts.
if I had some power, I know a couple of niggas in Harlem.
Tell you. Night, nigga.
For real?
Bruh.
About 3 niggas in Harlem right now.
No way.
If I could get away with a quick little, what's that shit? Ace Ventura,
Little poison frog.
bro. And no, I can get off.
So just become a nurse.
You got to guarantee that they're going to come into your
Listen,
hospital.
I've been talking to these nurses too.
I told you.
These nurses say they got about 11 different ways to kill a motherfucker, and nobody know.
You in your nurse
Yeah,
bag
it's
now?
a scary world out there. Yeah, health as well.
Got the nurse pants on.
Health as well. Health as well.
Don't act like you ain't hear that.
I heard you the several
What?
times.
Don't act like you ain't hear that.
My nurse pants. I heard them. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. My little pajama.
I ain't gonna lie. Those look like the joints Michael Jackson wore to the court case. But when they rushed that nigga to court, and it was like he was trying to get off. It was like, Michael, if you don't come to court, we gonna arrest you. Nigga.
I shouldn't have these pants on right now.
They look
but
comfortable.
They're too comfortable.
They look comfortable.
They're too comfortable. I just wanted to come to work comfy, man. And your health as well.
I heard you all 17 times, brother.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Just like Diddy, Ellen is the mug. She one of them people that's always dancing in the damn videos. I promise you, if you go to every episode, that's her thing. She, whatever kind of, whatever that kind of dance is. But I promise you, you gonna see Ellen doing that little, whatever dance. And they got this little thing in Hollywood where they say, pizza is a code word. I don't really want to tell you what pizza is supposed to mean, but just know pizza is a code word for a lot of horrific things that they do sexually with underage people. And I'll put it this way. Pizza sounds like another word when we're talking sexual, right? Okay? And pizza also start with the letter P, like another word that start with the letter P when we talking about sexual things. It's 2 different P words. So I just put that in perspective. And she is a part of the what they call the elites and whatever they want to call it, sacred little creepy little things they like to do. I heard about that before, but who knows it to be true? Who knows the Illuminati even a real thing? You know what I'm saying? Because if it was real like that, like which it could be, why there's so much that they know about it? They ain't that secret, or maybe they don't want to be. But I wouldn't put it past her. I wouldn't put it past her because you remember they had these little allegations of before about Ellen and doing a lot of horrific things. You ain't know? Spin the block again.
Is not who you think she is. From the outside, she appears to be a kind woman whose only goal is to spread love and positivity, but the reality is very different. For years, she maintained the image of the benevolent talk show host that could do no wrong, and viewers of The Ellen Show had little reason to think anything else. Almost everything she did showed her to be a genuine and caring person. She constantly gave out gifts to her guests, made donations to charity, and preached about the importance of kindness. Even the mantra for her show was be kind to one another. But in 2020, amid emerging reports of a toxic workplace culture, more and more people people started coming forward about their horrible experiences with Ellen. From Mariah Carey being manipulated by Ellen to reveal her pregnancy before she was ready, to her heartless treatment of the rising kid star Grace and Chance, there are countless stories that show Ellen is far more sinister than she seems. After 19 years on air, the Ellen show has finally come to an end. But just how bad were the things that went on behind the scenes, and what type of person is Ellen when the cameras aren't rolling? In March 2020, the comedian Kevin T. Porter tweeted that Ellen is one of the meanest people alive before asking people to respond to his tweet with the most insane stories they've heard about her being mean. For each story submitted, he said he'd donate $2 to the LA Food Bank. The tweet got thousands of replies, many of which were quite disturbing. A TV writer called Benjamin Seaman shared a few stories he'd heard. She has a sensitive nose, so everyone must chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her, and if she thinks you smell that day, you have to go home and shower. A new staff member was told every day she picks someone different to really hate. It's not your fault, just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. They didn't believe it, but it ended up being entirely true. When she's in a bad mood, staff members were highly encouraged by upper management to go into her office and do bits to cheer her up. Of course, there was no way to tell whether the stories were really true or not, but judging by the sheer number of people saying very similar things, this really didn't look good for Ellen. Her problems got worse after the pandemic sent the nation into lockdown. A news report from Variety revealed that Ellen's crew members received no communication about the status of their working hours or pay for over a month. Ellen hired an external tech company to begin shooting the show out of her California mansion, leaving her employees completely in the dark about their situation. When producers finally weighed in, they told crew members they'd be getting a 60% reduction in pay despite the show continuing to air. This looked even worse because other talk show hosts like Jimmy Kimmel paid their workers in full out of their own pockets. Threads started popping up on Reddit saying Ellen was never a nice person and all of this is nothing new. People were sharing uncomfortable interviews of hers from the past. There was an old interview with Taylor Swift where Ellen kept prying into her love life to the point that she almost broke down.
Ring it on 3 different guys. We'll narrow it down. You're supposed to ring
But
one.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
I'll hold it for you.
This is me.
Okay, all right.
There was also the awkward interview with Celine Dion in which Ellen kept asking when she was going to cut her son's hair.
All right, well, it seems like you're busy with something because you're forgetting to cut your son's hair. Look at him. He is beautiful, but look at his hair. When are you going to cut that hair?
And then there was a time she tried making Mariah Carey drink alcohol to expose whether or not she was pregnant.
Let's toast to you not being pregnant. If you're not pregnant, then we should.
My goodness.
You're pregnant. You're pregnant.
No, I didn't say that. No.
Mariah later said this experience made her feel extremely uncomfortable because she was in fact pregnant at the time. She was reluctant to share the news publicly until she reached her second trimester when the risk of miscarriage falls. What makes this story even worse is that not long after the interview, Mariah did miscarry. She kept this to herself at the time, but amidst the news about Ellen in 2020, Mariah spoke out against the way she was treated. There have been numerous awkward interviews just like this over the years. You could argue Ellen was just trying to make the show entertaining, but it's clear she'd simply take things too far. And if the personal stories people posted on Reddit are to be believed, she treats people that don't have celebrity status even worse. One Redditor wrote, "True story. My buddy and I rented a room on Airbnb on Sunset Boulevard in LA. The owner of the house was an Emmy award-winning writer and worked on Ellen's show. We asked about Ellen and mentioned how nice she seemed to us. He replied that she is an awful person to work for and very rude and mean to the writers. Nothing they wrote was good enough for her, and what you see on TV is a persona. She's a don't meet your hero kind of person." Another wrote, "I went to a wedding about 6 years ago in Hollywood. At the wedding was a girl who was some sort of close assistant of Ellen. I reacted by saying, 'Oh, that's so cool. How is it working with her?' The response was along the lines of, 'Actually, it's terrible. I quit my job and dream because she made me so miserable.' Someone replied, 'I work in TV and film. Everyone I've talked to who has worked with Ellen say she is a monster.' But all of this reached a whole new level in July 2020 when BuzzFeed released 2 news stories on what was happening behind the scenes of the Ellen show. They interviewed dozens of former employees who shared their horrible experiences working there. The first article revealed that workers faced racism, fear, and intimidation tactics day after day. One former employee said that be kind bullshit only happens when the cameras are on. It's all for show. People are being fired for taking medical leave or bereavement days, others for speaking out against the poor treatment they were receiving, and one for as little as posting a picture with their co-workers on social media. A black woman who used to work on the show told BuzzFeed she experienced racist comments and microaggressions during her 1.5 years as an employee. When she was hired, a senior level producer told her and another black employee, "Oh wow, you both have box braids. I hope you don't get you confused." And at a work party, she said one of the main writers told her, "I'm sorry, I only know the names of the white people who work here." Most of the former employees blamed executive producers for the day-to-day toxicity, but the feeling was that ultimately it was Ellen's name on the show and she needed to take more responsibility for the workplace environment. In response to the allegations being made, Warner Brothers launched an internal investigation and they reportedly found deficiencies in the show's day-to-day management. This happened just before BuzzFeed released their second news story, which was arguably worse than the first. Dozens of former Ellen Show employees say executive producers engaged in rampant sexual misconduct and harassment.
She got a sensitive smell, sensitive nose. Chew gum. You probably had some bad meow that day, damn Ellen. And you ain't washed up under that nose. And you better get you a Q-tip or something. Like, who the fuck do you think you is? Now, this could be a lot of allegations, but who knows? You know how it is for people with power. We're gonna knock all these black people down. If you think Diddy can do stuff like that, the black guy, then you definitely believe. Come on, man. Don't move the goalposts. I ain't saying she is one, but it is something to think about. Leave a comment down below, let me know how y'all feel. As always, love each other. Till next time. Oh, by the way, you know that love each other, be kind to each other. I was saying that before Ellen too, man. Yeah, yeah, but I really mean that. I ain't doing it for show. I really mean spread positive love, genuine love for each other, for the world. That's the key. Love each other. Till next time, yours truly, Heartbreak.